right now, Intel has revealed their 13th generation and 14th generation as a big issue. You guys can check out the full video on these guys. These guys can already see Gamers Nexus are professionals on doing these kind of stuff. So I don't have the most knowledge, but I just want you guys to be careful if you're trying to buy something to make your Tarko better. I would recommend you guys to use the AMD 7800 X3D or AMD. Use the 7800 X3D for your Tarkov experience, or the 5800 X3D, because it has the best performance for Tarkov. Tarkov eats up a lot of CPU and RAM, and then cheap and reliable. It's the cache size. Yeah, it's the increased cache size. Anyways, that's why this is better for Tarkov experience, not Intel in the first place. So because of that, you guys might as well buy a these two CPUs rather than Intel. Especially, there's going to be a lot of people who selling 13th generation and 14th generation Intel CPU like crazy, because Intel has officially spoken about they have an issue on the CPU. It's going to be being sold so cheaply, some people might get caught on the scam and then will buy it and have that issue while you're using it. Let's check out this part where they talk about what you should do, and then I'll talk about other stuffs.
Consumers to know. This is the part that you should care about. These CPUs might be toxic on the used market. It's kind of an interesting point, but you should be careful to check with sellers that they are stable and not being sold because they're unstable. And remember that sellers might lie to you, especially ones on the internet you don't know. So that's a great accidental way to reduce secondhand competition for...
Yeah, it's not good to buy reseller items in the first place.
New chips for Intel and AMD, but if you're a buyer of secondhand, you need to be careful. Two, if you own any 13th or 14th gen CPUs, you should immediately update the BIOS, and you should keep an eye out for Intel microcode changes. Intel said that this will be in August, so these can be pushed a few different ways, but a BIOS update, let's say late August, should effectively guarantee it's been applied, and you can check your motherboard manufacturer's BIOS notes to see if they explicitly address it to give you some confidence. Experience any system instability at all, and you have been using the CPU for a little while, and you have no reason to suspect it's some other problem like malware or whatever, then our guidance, GN's guidance, would be to immediately apply for an RMA. Even if you think it might be Windows, you really don't want to be caught with a degraded chip, and Intel should be responsible for its mess anyway, so if they replace excessive CPUs, then that's their own fault.
I think that's good enough until the number 3 that he showed. The oxidation part is, I think, it's like a professional knowledge part, which I don't have. So yeah, guys, be careful with buying the Intel CPUs. Should we check their statement real quick? Based on extensive analysis of Intel Core 13th and 14th gen desktop processors returned to us due to the instability issues, we have determined that elevated operating voltage is causing instability issues in some 13th and 14th gen desktop processors. So they're saying it's some, it's not all of them. Our analysis of returned processors confirms that the elevated operating voltage is stemming from a microcode algorithm resulting in incorrect voltage request to the processor. Okay. Intel is delivering a microcode patch which addresses the root cause of exposure to elevated voltages. We are continuing the validation to ensure that scenarios of instabilities reported to Intel regarding its Core 13th and 14th gen desktop processors are addressed. Intel is currently targeting mid-August for patch release to partners following the full validation. There will be a lot of resellers. Or even if you're planning to buy a PC, there would be a PC building website selling 13th and 14th and acting like, oh bro, this is pretty cool, 13th, 14th gen, it's better than 11th and 12th. You should use it, without addressing the issues that they have, because some people don't care about computers, but they need the computers to like work on stuff. Or even though a gamer who doesn't care about computer that much won't realize it and just buy it because it sounds better. 13 sounds better than 12s. Yeah, it's not my field, but I think it's pretty important, so that's why I'm making a quick video and then uploading it. Hope you guys get covered on this issue. I bet a lot of people who are interested in this will get covered, but Tarkov players. But I've been seeing a lot of people who plays Tarkov and does not know why their performance is bad or good. basically it's due to the CPU and RAM, and they learn that and they buy 13th or 14th gen CPUs. It's gonna be bad, so that's why I'm covering it for the guys who didn't get covered. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like these kind of random news contents, please leave a like. If you want to check me out on live stream, check out Twitch, YouTube, VeryBadSCAV, and I'll see you in the next video. Best AMD promotional. Goodbye, guys.